Next week marks 1 year since the deadly school shooting in Madison. In a matter of seconds, a 15-year-old girl opened fire at Abundant Life Christian School, killing fellow student Ruby Vergara and teacher Aaron West. 6 others were also hurt. As that solemn milestone approaches, we sit down with some of the emergency room doctors who work to save lives and control the chaos. Mallory Anderson has their story.
A career in the medical field means you sign up for a life of never knowing when the next emergency will strike.
December 16th started for me like any typical day.
A typical mid-December day in 2024 quickly turned into one of the darkest these Madison doctors have ever encountered. 2 of them recalling that day.
It started like kind of most weekdays. I was just doing emails and administrative work, and then I received a phone call telling me that there had been a shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School. And obviously that's when my day completely changed.
Got a call coming in at Abundant Life Christian Church, 4901 for Engine 5 and Medic 5 for a shooter. Possibly 1 deceased, maybe 6 people injured, at least 2 shot.
Abundant Life Christian School student Ruby Vergara and teacher Aaron West killed. The shooter, Natalie Rupnow, also injuring 6 others before taking her own life. Dr. Megan Gussick was one of the first doctors at the school with her emergency go bag in hand.
I at least had things to take care of bleeding. Bandages, tourniquets, just really ABC management of patients in those first few minutes.
Gussick organized the emergency response on scene. She works with the Madison Fire Department to prepare for mass shootings.
The training that we did absolutely made us respond the best way we could that day. Sammy and River had life-threatening injuries where literal minutes mattered. And so despite the fact that we don't want to train for these events because we just don't want them to happen, it's imperative that we do because it absolutely saved those kids' lives.
Samuel Sammy Garduno Martinez and River Clardy were rushed to American Family Children's Hospital where Dr. Adam Brinkman performed surgery.
This was the first time that I think many people in the emergency room saw this number of critically ill children with this amount of bodily injury, truly grasping for life.
The hospital staff's quick actions and surgical precision saved Sammy and River. Both are now out of the hospital, and Dr. Gussick even organized a reunion between the students and the first responders at their school.
This was a very traumatic event for our first responders too. When they were transporting those kids, they were dying. And that's the last memory they have of them. And so to be able to replace that with a picture of them healed and as a kid again, I think that was really important for them and their healing process.
Dr. Brinkman wants those who are still hurting to know help is out there.
Something that I learned about myself is that it's okay to cry. It's okay to name those feelings of anger and frustration, to call something sickening or disgusting, or to say this feels like I've been eviscerated.
And that healing will be a lifelong process. In Madison, Mallory Anderson, WISN 12 News.
The shooter, Natalie Rupnow, died by suicide. Her father, Jeffrey, is charged with supplying her with a gun used in the shooting.
Ruby was, in every sense, a gift to everyone who had the privilege of knowing her.
The family of one of the victims offered a message of forgiveness to the shooter. We posted that story and all of our coverage on the 12 News mobile app.